Welcome to News Insight. Rivers State, a theater of political drama. Will it end? Will it not end? Will the 4 years going to be like this?
I think the politicians are confirming what Fayemi said a few days ago.
Yeah. That's just day before yesterday. Day before yesterday, Sunday.
Yes.
He said that they create drama on
They entertain Nigerians
on social media.
yeah.
He said, but in real life, it's not
They are
like
friends.
that. Yes.
And as you have it now, you really find out that Fubara's followers and Wike's followers are fighting underneath. But the day they will settle, which we hope,
we will not know.
It will be inside one room.
Yes.
You know, you see the drama. You know, this particular case, yes, you saw Fubara appealing the judgment of the court of
the
appeal.
lower court, yes.
The High Court to the Court of Appeal and the Court of Appeal to the Supreme Court.
Supreme Court. You appeal to Supreme Court. A judgment that was against you, in a way, okay, on 2024 budget.
Yes.
The essence of appealing means that you didn't agree with
the judgment of the lower court. Yes.
Now you are going to withdraw it under the guise that it has no utility value, which is true, no doubt, because 2024 budget.
The budget has been
is
spent.
So if whatever is the judgment of the Supreme Court on it would even
stand
stronger effect on the 2024 budget.
Yeah.
But who knows? It could be effectual on subsequent budgets. They say have about two more budgets or thereabout.
That's a precedent, right?
You see why I don't want to subscribe to that is this. If it's a country where the laws work,
yes,
when you break the law, you pay the price.
That's right.
If you have done something unconstitutionally, null and void, that action remains null and void whatsoever.
Yes.
So whether 2024 budget, they said that 2024 budget you submitted was illegally submitted. So whatever action that takes place within that 2024 budget,
yes,
that illegality is still there. If it's judged,
yes, because this country law doesn't work. It's judged because Court of Appeal has given
judgment, and that judgment stands.
But at the end of the day, the judgment of the Court of Appeal is still binding.
Yes,
it's still binding. Now, let's flex it. If the judgment of Court of Appeal is still binding, even though the 2024 budget has been spent, what punishment
as claimed,
and it was spent under illegality.
Okay, what punishment should be left for somebody that committed an illegal act?
Exactly.
Is it that when you commit an illegal act, because the time elapses, then you are no longer to be punished for it?
No, it's no longer illegal.
So that should be taken on its own, even though there are other court quagmires they are using around to drag this in, all over. If this judgment stands, because withdrawing from your appeal means that you have agreed with the previous judgment, then people should look into it for not executing 2024 budget legally. What should be done to Fubara and his team? And
you know, another thing is that the same president still follows this year.
Yes.
The budget now is presented before a 4-man assembly.
Yes.
You understand? Yes. So the same thing that they applied for.
You know, we have been saying this in as much as Wike, Fubara, a host of. I'm one of those who said, "Oh, enough, Wike, just let this man
go.
Let it go."
Yes.
But that aside.
But talking about judiciary here,
lawmakers too are representing people.
You know, my take is this: now that you have withdrawn your appeal, then obey the judgment of the Court of Appeal.
Simple.
You now go and present the budget to the 27 members, which the court said that what you did, that there's no way 4 members can form a quorum of a house of about 31 members.
Philip, you look at it. Remove Wike. Remove Fubara. How can
Rivers State
you set aside 24 people that contested the election and won?
But
what is happening to those they are representing? Now you are running the budget without the input of those
27 members that are supposed to be they are supposed to come in from that.
This emotion of because we want to kill God for that shouldn't also make us to forget that. I mean, it was
they are representing people.
It's easy to use a bridge to cross to the other side and you want to bump the bridge. But you saw the bridge when you actually so at the end of the day, let's not overbalance this. In as much as we are eating Wike, leave this man alone. Leave this man alone. What of these 27 people?
This man should also learn how to obey the law in his own way.
Well, you see, let me my own side. Most of them whether at the federal, at the states, at whatever level, they've all disobeyed the law one time or the other.
Playing games.
They are playing games, and the judiciary also have made it set a laughing stock.
You know, I've told
we must also hold the judiciary responsible.
You forget what I always say.
Of
Policing the police.
Police.
And I told you that police I'm talking about doesn't only mean Nigerian police.
Police.
It means the judiciary. It means the
executive.
It means the custom.
Yes.
It means the police themselves.
The legislators.
It's all those law enforcement agents and law enforcement institutions in Nigeria. They need to be police. They are the ones drawing us into this quagmire.
How do you expect the judiciary to be effective when the judiciary are handpicked by the politicians?
In fact, let's not just say politician. You see, because we have 3 arms of government.
Yes.
Am I correct?
Yes.
That's the executive.
Yes.
Who becomes the judge or whatever should not be in the hands of the executive.
Exactly.
Because you see, the executive, the judiciary doesn't choose the executive. I don't know if you understand.
Yeah.
And we say that it's check and balances. And until this check and balances is put in place, sometimes I just look at the NJC as a rubber stamp.
It is.
It's a rubber stamp.
What do they do? The governor recommend to them, they just rubber stamp it and then they announce it. That's all.
Why would it be a governor that we will recommend?
Recommend,
and the president recommend to them.
Are they the one that recommend the secretary, the state secretary to the SSG to the
governor? That's what I said the other day. I said there must be a pool of where a particular amount of money goes to that is funding our INEC, for example.
Let me tell you, the idea of independence, Nigerians do not understand that. Yeah, a few of these things they try to copy from the Western world,
yes,
but they do not check how those ones function fully and the kind of human beings. You are first human before you decided I'm going to run democracy.
Yes.
We are not independent. We don't understand what independence means. You can't tell a governor who is going to contest election to be the one that will select the chief judge of the state.
Or you tell a governor
outside that the money the chief judge will use to run the court
is with the governor
from you.
So how is he going to run the court?
So you can stifle his powers.
It happens in Delta State. Justice Smith, because he has issue with Odwan, the man was frustrated out of office because he wanted to do his bidding. And funny enough, both of them were from Ishekiri. Odwana later told him that, look, you are not a Shekiri, you are from Freetown, it's your mother that is a Shekiri, you should go back to your country. Just because the man was doing the right thing. So until the Nigerian system, we've said it over and over, until the institutions are working, we won't go anywhere. It's not only here, in Britain, these people are still appointed by those in government, but they function effectively.
Because they are not answerable
like
to them.
He has said it, we copy it from the Western world, but we don't copy how it works.
Yes.
But I've also told you, one of the major reasons is that most of these institutions are financed by the executive. And the executive has a way of holding them to ransom that if you don't go according to my whims and caprices, you are not going to get your funds released to you. Until these funds, when they are assigned, it's not on the onus of the executive to release these funds anymore until that is done. Because whichever way in the British system that you're talking about, the Queen or the King or the Prime Minister approves, but to sack becomes difficult for them.
Now, people are going to be kind of giving accolade to Yusuf Ali. That's a Fubara's.
That they were sharp,
that they were smart. Do you know why they are saying they are smart? Because they do know that in our system, there is no, how do I call it? There is no repercussion for breaking the law, like he has said.
Yes.
The smartness ends that, once 2024 budget is over, then the matter is dead. But what they are saying is that fundamentally, what you did was with 2027 was not correct. You are supposed to present to the entire State House of Assembly, you presented to 4, that this thing is not correct, that you have done something wrong. Now, you decided to appeal to Supreme Court, and you now went to withdraw. It means that you have accepted the judgment that Fubara did something wrong. What is left for wicked people, irrespective of any other court, any other court case or matter. This was an independent one.
Okay, so let me tell you.
They have to look at.
So let me tell you their
how they should be punished for this illegality.
No, but let me
implement the judgment.
But let me tell you their explanation.
Yes.
Their explanation is that there's a matter before a high court in Rivers State.
Yes. On 2024 budget.
No, declaring that these 24 members are no longer House members. So they cannot have judgment based on this. That was the argument.
But that's what we're saying. That was the argument, but that's what they appeal against.
No, that's not what they appeal against. For example, now there's a matter before the High Court which they are relying on. That this case is still running, and they are arguing that these 24 members are no longer members of the House. They can't bring it until that one is determined. Do you understand? Until that one is determined.
We are talking about this particular judgment.
No, you don't understand that judgment. This judgment, you understand what I'm saying? They are saying that this judgment doesn't count as a result of the fact that there's another court case against their legality.
What I am saying, until the court gives judgment on that matter, there's a judgment already. They should obey this judgment.
Well, they will not.
It's not court judgment.
You see what I'm saying to you? So when there is a matter that has not been decided, and there is a judgment, you understand? The judgment remains a judgment. A matter that has not been decided.
Well, they need to explain that to us.
Yes, that's how they all gaming. I don't know why Judiciary has.
And the Judiciary is caught in the web of all these things.
They are the gamers.
Yes, they are the culprits in this matter. Somebody may not like what I'm saying.
No, but it's the truth.
But the Judiciary are culprits in this matter.
There are many cases where.
And some of the people that don't like this, they are smiling to be like that.
No, not necessarily. It shouldn't be personalized. Not necessarily personalized, but they are all gaming.
They are all gaming. I'm playing with the emotions.
Nigerian people are suffering.
It's a bad case. Really.
Nigerian people are suffering.
These people don't have a conscience. I will say that again and again. And that's why Fayemi came out and said that these are all social media entertainment.
Now,
I mean, what a statement.
The people in Fubara's camp or Wike's camp are all believing they are entertaining us, like Fayemi said. But the Rivers people are not being entertained
at all.
The people being represented by these 27
are not being entertained.
Let me tell you one thing. Even when these 27 lawmakers were going to make that announcement on television that got all these things running, I was so sure they never consulted their constituencies. You see, these are legislators dance to the camp, go here anyhow. Politically, the people that voted them into power, they never consult them. You see, a lot of droves now from LUP going to APC. Most people that won in PDP going to APC. I can assure you, their constituencies were never consulted before making such move. You see, they think that the political office they occupy is their own prerogative. They forget the people that voted them into power, and they think they are entertaining us by switching party and doing all that.
You know. In this matter, we don't have much time really. You want to say something before I conclude?
Yes. Please. You see, when you said you are very sure they don't consult their constituents. In the first place, do the constituents know how they got there? Is their godfather they are responsible? They are not responsible to the constituent. In the first place, they are responsible to their godfather. Anything their godfather says, that's what they do. So it's not surprising.
We are going to end this here, but you see, the people that govern us in this country must know that this is not a banana republic, and this is not animal farm as well. Yes, because both the executive, the judiciary, and the legislature do whatever they want to do. They don't even take precedent to even things they have written down. Do you not just going to find out that according to the laws of the constitution or the article that sets up EFCC, an EFCC chairman must be somebody from either the military or the paramilitary. And
I think there's another.
There's no other one. The president went ahead and appointed a chairman that is not from this constituency.
I think they have their own career.
No, that's what the president, this present government just did. The law is very clear. It's a police. It's not just a police. It's a semi-police officer or a retired police officer. Yes. So and it's equivalent.
So under what?
There were specific
what law? Yes. So under what law did this present?
I don't know.
No, they don't care about the law.
What are you talking about? Under what law that Abuja become a state equivalent?
Yes, Supreme Court judgment.
Well, we can't go more than this, but these are the things that we bring forth on this table, landslide news, where everything is dished out, whether on Voting Arena or other platforms that we have. You will always get the best analysis and keep you informed. We'll be right back.